All right, guys, we're going to talk about Season 2, Episode 10 of The Good Place. So this episode I liked a lot.
Okay, cool. I
I thought it was refreshing to have like different sets and a new place and some things and more characters.
I was right off the bat, because I'm going to forget about it. I love when we say stuff, well, then this, but then how is that, and what is this? Or like they're on the train, and Michael's like, all the demons from the neighborhood have gone back to headquarters, so we won't have to worry about them. And I'm like, perfect, good. Just just say something, so I don't have to worry constantly about those idiots showing up or whatever.
And I thought we were gonna maybe see one, because like we shouldn't have to, but like this and that, things happen. You would think though that they would all be there because it's celebrating their success at this party.
It's very weird. And like I thought Vicky in the cocoon might be there or something like that, and that might be the angle. She had like the most lines or something like that, but we breezed through all that.
Yeah, that all.
We open on the train. People, they do get costumes. Tahani has an amazing American accent. It was so fun. I'm like, this is so good.
Is she just American?
I don't know.
Yeah, I never heard her talk outside.
That would be even better.
So I couldn't say.
But I loved it. That was great. And all the other characters being like, you're really good at that. And she's like, thank you. Or everything goes back. NASCAR non-dairy creamer, and just like talking. I'm like, oh my gosh, she sounds more American than Americans do. This is great.
My favorite was Jason getting the briefcase. He's like, it'll make you fit in better. Give me that.
Well, he says something like, oh yeah, I can do this and this and that. And she's like, give it back, give it back, give it back. Like that. Yeah, we get little character moments bonding. Like you see Janet kind of bonding with Jason a little bit, right? Chidi and like Eleanor have their old relationship back. If she's like, listen, man, no, we can't do this. This is not how philosophy works. Whatever. He's like, oh, it is though. And they go back and forth, right? Same thing as before.
Jason looks pretty nice in a suit.
Oh yeah. Ever since Eleanor said she was a hottie, I'm like, am I out of touch? I didn't think he was a hottie at all. He might be a hottie. We've seen him with no shirt on, right? Like he's like yoked or something or whatever.
Have we? I don't remember.
I think he's cut, and I hate that, because for some reason his character being an idiot makes me hate like the actual human being. I actually hate him. Which is not.
I'll let him know.
That's not how it's supposed to work. I'll find him on Twitter and be like,
PM him. Yeah,
stink.
I'll slide in those DMs.
You suck. You stink. I hate you. Okay, but the train arrives, like you said.
Yes, the train arrives. They're at this like museum of mildly irritating shit.
No, but that's been the joke all along. Yeah. Is like that's how you get to the bad place in this universe, is if you take off your socks on an airplane and not just your shoes or whatever. Right? Yeah. So this was all funny stuff like that.
No, it made sense, and it was like not the good torture. So it made like he's like, no one comes to this. Yeah. This is the little shit.
Well, because
it's downstairs is a good torture.
Well, and this is like the museum, so it's like no one ever comes here. It's very boring. You'll love it. This is the least terrifying room that I could think of. It's okay. Do not leave this room, guys. Right? And then of course that room becomes the focus of a lot of attention. In the
which
episode.
It had to, because like. While I did praise this that we do see new sets, you're like, you can't see too many new sets. We
can't go too crazy.
Can't be going crazy.
Yeah, like, and it's funnier if they just hint at all this torture and they just like mention in passing that we're doing hot dog things to people or something. Like, we don't have to see some awful budget CG version of that.
They would never show that.
Yeah.
What are they going to show? Giant CG animals and bullshit? Nah.
Yeah. No, but that stuff was so bad, right? Yeah. That's what I'm saying. Like, I don't want to see that version of the torture machine that's like packing people into cans of Spam or something like that over and over. Like, just say it, have it be mildly funny, and move on.
Yeah, have it be very mildly, like not laughable,
like not funny at all. Yes, sure. That's what I'm saying.
That's like a
that's what all jokes are to
thing,
me. Yeah. All jokes to me just like wash over me, and I just try to remain very still and have them not affect me. And every now and then a joke actually is funny, usually because I've rearranged it in my head to be better, and then I laugh at that.
Yeah, that's my I have a whole thing about horror movies where I'm like, it's the concept, it's not the execution.
Okay,
I'm like, that was great in concept.
Yeah.
So like, I'll like a movie that isn't very good because it made me think about something that was good.
I broke a acquaintance of mine's in high school's heart, by the way, by saying that, because he was like, I actually made you laugh, and I was like, I changed it in my head to make it funny. You've never made me laugh, or something like that. And he was like, oh, or something. And I'm like, got you.
And dumb son of a bitch.
And he was like, what do you mean? And I like restated the joke differently, and like put part from the end in the beginning and did it, and he was like, that is better. I'm like, sorry, bro.
Gotcha back.
Gotcha. It was in study hall.
That way next time.
Yeah, next time. Go with that.
Let's see, what else I got on my notes here? Oh, so like.
Yeah, I was gonna say, let's get to your thing.
My favorite thing, like, that like starts and ends this whole bit is Jason talking about the Molotov cocktail.
It's a setup and a payoff, my dude.
Yes, and like Well, this show's had them a couple times. This one in particularly, I really liked. It was the phrasing to it. It's like, he's like, I know, we could use a Molotov cocktail. And they're like, what? How the fuck would you do? He's like, every time I've had a problem and I throw a Molotov cocktail, I have a whole new problem.
I have a different problem. I know. I laughed at that too.
That's great.
Yeah.
And then at the end, him like real
making it like real quick or something
throwing
like
a Molotov
that.
cocktail.
I would have appreciated if just subtly in the background of those scenes going back and forth, he was just like grabbing it and like stuffing the thing in and just slowly making them all. Because you can't make a Molotov cocktail really quick like that.
Or if you didn't see it at all, it's just like, the shit hits the fan and just he throws fire. Yeah.
Yeah. I also would have appreciated Sean being like, we're demons, and just like walking through it, but that giving them enough time or something. But the credits are already starting to roll.
I was wondering about that. I was like, aren't they from hell?
Yeah, like they don't care about fire at all.
Aren't demons like magma people?
Yeah.
Some of this like.
And he's holding his like I guess fireproof skin suit, and he's like, we're going streaking or whatever, right? And he's just like dripping with lava. Whatever, it's fine. But yes.
No, but it was a funny joke for me. I was like, okay, that worked. Jason's not hit one out of the park for me in a while, so I was like, all right.
Every now and then something
cocktail,
something will get you.
Yeah.
Yeah. I like so Michael's like so he has a plan, obviously. And they did like a CG like map from like a sci-fi movie with like a glowing dot of like the portal's here. We have to get to the judge, so we're gonna need these pins. I'm gonna do blah blah blah. So so he goes to Sean and is like, I have a plan. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna need here's the extradition paperwork. And Sean's like, I'm a naughty bitch, and just like throws out the paperwork and says like, and it was almost. I wish they had like a video feed so it could have been literally the scene from Aliens or like Independence Day or something like that, where they're like showing like the squad going in. But the audio was even probably better because we had Derek again and his wind chime private parts and everything like that. So seeing it wouldn't have worked, but I appreciated it taking that format of them being like, they're not here, sir. And he's like, Michael. And that like sets off the whole thing or whatever.
Yeah.
And he's like high step running down with like, suits that have pins on them or whatever. Yeah.
One less than he needed, though.
Well, that was the whole thing. If do you want to talk about that now or do you want to wait a minute?
Oh, we've already alluded.
We've already said it now. You have to.
We'll drop it down.
So Michael grossly misinterprets the trolley problem and decides it's about sacrificing yourself. But that's fine because it ends. They don't have Janet. They don't have Michael. The four humans are going to the judge.
Where is Janet? I forget.
He was like, "There's no time," and I'm like, "Wait, what? You're not gonna have?" So there must be some reason why Janet would be OP to fight the judge. I think in video game terms. Yeah. So I don't know why she can't be there. But the four humans now have to go in on their own and like do something with the judge or whatever it's going to be, like make their case for humanity or something like that.
Well, Janet will have to be there to save Michael from whatever hell he's about to go through.
Perfect, yeah.
That'll be how that goes.
Because she still technically hasn't been found out.
Yeah, she's a bad Janet still.
She's still like, you. I hated all those jokes where she like can't insult people or whatever. It was awful. But otherwise, okay.
So Dax Shepard makes a cameo appearance.
Briefly, because we're not going to get back to it.
Sure.
At the very last shot, they give a lot of these to Ted Danson. There was one episode where he had just found out, I think, that Tahani and Jason were dating, and it like cuts to what, and it cuts back to him, and he's like, what? And then like it just cuts and ends or something like that. This was like the same deal where they all go through the portal. He gives this big speech. Sean and his goons run up and he's like, "Hey boss, what's up?" And just like kind of like makes a thing and then it like ends or whatever. It's like fucking so dumb, like he's trying to play it off like as if like he just didn't see this whole thing happening.
Oh, I just got mugged.
It made me laugh. I don't know where they're going with that, but I like it. Dax Shepard.
He's about to be tortured for all eternity.
He's about to be deconstructed. Or
Dax Shepard, who is our main character, Eleanor's husband in real life. Made a cameo here of like the dude bro demon.
That's why they had him be like, "Smash you later. I like you too." Yeah, that's dumb.
Yeah.
I hate that now. I kind of liked that. Now I hate it. I didn't realize they were really like.
Another one I loved was when Chidi embraced full bro logic, and he fucking sack taps that guy, and I was like, that's hilarious.
When he does the ball tap, and then he goes, "That is why I never mess with Trent, the torture master." And then later he's like, I had to say a lot of words I don't like dude and like tail and whatever. He's like, whatever, but thanks, thanks, Eleanor. All that stuff. That was wonderful. I was so happy with all that stuff.
Yeah.
Like, Dax Shepard being like, it's more of a training program for once the Girls Gone Wild guy gets here, or something like that. I was like, that's hilarious. I was like, yeah, it's toxic masculinity, toxic masculinity department. We're focusing on frat boys and chads and this and that or whatever. And just the whole like having Jason know about the Girls Gone Wild guy by name and having them like high five and be like worried about it, so that like helped them be undercover. His stupid like knowing about all the worst parts of humanity.
Oh yeah, he's the worst flirting you ever met.
But that's what that like things like that I really appreciate, because that it makes sense for that character to know about Girls Gone Wild stuff, and it makes sense for the demons to be like, oh yeah, exactly, he's legendary, word. So anyway, and to be the whole thing like that's so like, oh, that's wonderful. Yeah.
No, a lot of this episode really paid off for me. I thought this was like the best one we've had in a little while, because like there were some like duds I thought in and around some parts.
They had some work to do that kind of distracted from the main like, thrust of the show.
The actual humory aspects. But this I was like, all right, I think we're picking back up. This was what, 8 again?
This was 10 out of like 12 or 13, I forget.
Yeah, okay. So we're almost at the end of season 2. And I think we're hopefully on the rise to end strong, and then see what new twists are going to be in store for the next season.
No, I think we're on track to be right on time, right? Something's going to happen with the judge.
More new locations?
Well, yeah, no.
Because by default they have to, unless it's some crazy thing where the judge lives in their old town.
Or the judge is like... this is inconclusive. We have to repeat the experiment, or some crazy thing like that. I have no idea. I have no idea who the judge is going to be, or like what's going to happen there.
It'll probably be a funny cameo.
It'll be some comedian, right? Yeah. It'll be some modern comedian person, which will be great.
It's Lewis Black.
It's Lewis Black. I can't do anything with this headset on because it'll fly off, but he does that jowl thing that I like a lot. No. So like we are on track by the end of season 2 to like see the judge, have Michael get locked up, and have Janet like pick the lock with her techno power or something, and have them all meet up, so somehow smash together. Sean's there, Mindy's there, Derek's there. What the hell? Okay, we gotta do this. Wait a minute, but if we do that, we can't do this. No, we have to. Let's and then something happens, and now it's like season 3 is gonna be there or whatever, right? So I'm looking forward to this.
All right, guys, so that was this episode of The Good Place. Let us know in the comments what you thought about it. Don't die in a fire, and we'll see you next time.
Hello, internets. I just love watching JustDaggers. If you've enjoyed this video as much as I have, click that subscribe button. Peace out, homies.